Yo, what is up? In today's video, we're going to be covering Joe Rogan. Had a guest on, Tim Dillon. They discussed a whole bunch of various things, but this is the most interesting clip on plastic surgery and people trying to look younger forever and stuff. So I'll roll the clip and we'll get into this commentary.
It's like, how does she look?
That's the problem. You want to defend Hollywood people sometimes against the QAnon stuff, and then you look at them and you're like, oh, God, can you make it easier for me to say you're not a clone? I mean, these young girls are 23 years old and they have so much plastic surgery, they look like they're 47.
It's nuts. They
It's
have Botox
crazy.
already, and they're in their 20s.
And then all the QAnon people.
So the one thing about that is young people getting Botox and everything like that. It's a huge strain on finances, and usually this is reserved for like the rich and famous. But some people are also doing it like normal people, and they get into serious debt with plastic surgery and stuff. So that's just something to consider.
People are like, it's because they're not getting enough of the whatever, adrenochrome. And you're like, no, that's not it. And then you look at their faces, you go, oh, shit. Maybe it is it. I mean,
show me a photo of, she looks great. I should say this.
Of course.
I'm just joking around. I'm sure
all kidding.
She hasn't been downloaded into a new body.
Not yet.
But if I had her on the pod, like if someone said, you want Kelly Osbourne to be on the podcast? And I said, sure. And she showed up, I'm like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, it's a fully new head. She has a new head.
Like, that's kind of crazy.
She just got a new head.
That's kind of crazy. The left one, I'm like,
The left one
that's
is
Ozzy.
a lesbian.
Yeah.
And the right one is hot and kind of and seems to be Asian.
Go to the other one, the last one that you showed up, that one. That's kind of.
Can you go to 2003 and.
So you can see this is a drastic change when it comes to the person's face. You can see they had like a chubby face in there in the left hand side, and on the right hand side it's a completely different person, as you can see. And you got to think about what is this, how does this play out when they get really, really old. Okay, so it's something they do cover, but it's something I wonder myself, like, sure, this costs a lot of money. Okay, they're dumping a lot of money onto a new head. As Tim Dillon likes to describe it, they looking completely different, and as you go into old age, how does this play out?
2025, that's my favorite one right there.
Oh, right below that.
Please go to that one.
That one.
Yeah. Okay, so the left is me, and then the right, yeah.
That seems so crazy. Like, that is a totally different human. She has a completely different face. Like,
well,
the
it
jaw
shows you.
structure. What did they do to her jaw?
Well, they do all of this stuff now. They break the bones in your face, and then they shave them. But I think that's nice. I think that's nice that people can get a new head or...
Obviously, he's making jokes here, Tim Dillon, about getting a new head, but you got to think about like the pain that people go through when they do these plastic surgery operations. Like, it's months and even years sometimes that you under the knife, and it takes a toll, I bet. So...
if they want, because many people struggle with the same head their entire life.
That's true.
But if you're a multimillionaire and you're in Hollywood and you want another head...
God, that's so crazy. She looks great.
She looks great.
It's the opposite of what we used to see with plastic surgery when people got into their 40s, like in the 90s.
You're getting good.
They'd get the weird giant mouth where it looks like they're about to eat someone's whole head.
Yeah.
Where their mouth goes all the way up to their ears because they've been pulling their face back.
They've done a really, really good job at...
One thing they don't go into on this specific episode is, sure, they got some great results with Kelly Clarkson. Not Kelly Clarkson... the Kardashian girl. Sure, she got some good results with plastic surgery, but you don't go into the cases where it doesn't go so well, and maybe they botched the surgery a few times and it doesn't end up looking good, and it costs even more in reconstruction surgery to get back to the original step. And it's just the things that people go through, for beauty and stuff. It's quite wild.
At inventing another physical form that you can inhabit. It's great.
It's
creepy.
It's never been done before to this extent.
No way.
Because look at the Kardashian lady. What's her name?
Kris.
Yeah.
She keeps getting younger.
Bro.
It's sick.
Her new face
is great.
Is bananas.
It's my favorite of her heads.
And we're just talking about this now, knowing that that's the original head that's been altered.
Correct.
when are we going to be talking about completely actually new heads?
Her second head wasn't as good. No, her third head is the head.
The new head is bananas.
This is my favorite of her heads.
Okay. She's like 80 years old on the left, and on the right, she's 37.
Yeah. This woman,
even her neck looks great.
They figured it out. They got it right.
Crazy.
Now, here's what happens, though. There's a movie called Death Becomes Her. This was a famous...
Like, that is actually wild what people are doing, like, with plastic surgery. As you can see, she looks 30, 40, 50 years younger in these images right here. And like I said, even Tim Dillon discusses it later on in the podcast. What happens when they get to 90 years old? What happens when they get to 100 years old and they look like a 30 or 40-year-old person because their face is completely plastic, okay? So might get some shocked reactions in the street or whatever. But it's crazy.
Movie.
Look at that picture right there, before and after. One that says before and after. One in the middle of the screen, Jamie?
Yeah.
Right to the right. Middle screen. To the right. To the right. No, that one right there. Click on that one. Yeah. That's nuts.
It's amazing.
That's Kim Kardashian. That's her mom, but that's Kim, right? Like, that's crazy. If you told me that was Kim Kardashian, I was like, oh, I like her with the short hair. She looks beautiful.
There's got to be...
That's nuts.
But here's my question for this. There has to be doesn't there have to be a downside
to that?
Yeah, maybe not.
Listen, you're talking to a guy who's had 2 reconstructed knees.
Right.
So surgery's awesome. To me,
I agree with you.
Yeah, I also agree that surgery is awesome. When I was younger, I was in a car crash and I had some reconstructive surgery on my hand. And without that, probably would have lost a few fingers going in there. So all for surgery, if you can afford it, it's life-saving sometimes. But the downsides when it comes to plastic surgery, I bet there are that people don't really talk about on podcasts, like some pain and you may be on some medication, you get addicted to the medication. Anything can happen, when you're dealing with surgery.
If I would be a cripple if I lived in the 1800s.
I'm wondering if...
What's the downside?
Some of this couldn't possibly her face...
She looks better.
I agree with you.
She looks better than her daughter.
But those BBLs explode.
Well, that's not a good thing.
Couldn't her face one day...
No.
Really?
Yeah, because they're just removing tissue and they're tightening it up, and they've probably got some techniques with like laser resurfacing.
I'm into it.
They with laser resurfacing, I don't know if you've ever seen some of that. It's so scary what they look like right after they do it.
Yeah.
You're basically burning off the upper dermis. You're burning off whatever, how much of a percentage of a millimeter.
Yeah.
And then your whole face becomes a mask that gets removed. It's like the skin gets cooked off and then you peel it. Like you see them. Yeah. It looks like they got torched by a fucking, it looks like SpaceX. They got underneath it.
They got underneath
took it in the face.
Yeah, you got to imagine the pain that goes through with that, like basically taking your face off and getting a completely new face. Burning your face off, it's crazy, the pain, I imagine.
Something I worry a little bit about a society where people keep chasing youth.
Yeah.
My grandfather, my grandmother, old people, wrinkles, wisdom. My grandmother was not running around trying to look like her daughter.
Right.
I worry a little bit about, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with cosmetic surgery and people should look as good as they want. I worry a little bit spiritually, slightly, about where this leads.
That's a good worry.
That's all.
No, that's legitimate.
And I am saying this as someone who likes her new look.
Yes.
I think she looks good, and I would not tell her to not do it.
Right.
I'm just wondering, if someone's 90 and they look 30, I'm a little curious. I guess we're just heading towards everlasting life on Earth.
Well, it depends on what your
scares
focus
me a little.
is. So if you're a person that focuses on expanding your consciousness and you're constantly reading and you're absorbing new, and you just want to have more energy and be youthful.
Yeah, that's a good point Jared makes there. So if you're eating well, you're reading every day, you live a healthy lifestyle and you just want to live longer, increase your living age, there's nothing wrong with that. But then I do get into some things here, which I'll let the clip roll.
That's great. But if the whole thing you're chasing is, I want people to want to fuck me, that gets weird.
Well, not only that, but of course that, but also to me, there's something strange about the denial of death. the denial of that life is finite in a physical form, and the idea that you are going to live forever, to me feels there's gotta be some examination of that. Part of this feels like that a little bit.
There's a little bit of that.
Some of these people are trying to live forever, and I'm wondering about that.
Well, they certainly want to stay younger for a lot longer than anybody ever has before. And then you get into the weird realm of a lot of these people that want to do something to the body where it becomes immortal. Right?
Right, and that's very interesting to me, and I
transhumanism.
Yeah, and that to me is a little scary.
Yeah, so that's scary to me too. People trying to maybe live to like 200 or so, like it's never been done before. That's kind of wild. I'm sure like the super wealthy are trying to do stuff similar to that, taking all sorts of medications, dosing themselves with scientific research that they do. It's crazy. So that was the episode with Dillon. There's more to come on this channel, so make sure that you do subscribe, because I'm uploading these videos on a daily basis of the best pod and stream moments. And I'll see you in the next video. Let's run this up.